deceleration of activities. But what I love most is we look at credit to the private sector in the last 2 quarters, 3 quarters, has been growing consistently. And we may be at 28% growth in assets, 24% growth in assets. But what we are saying is, can we see that we expect it to moderate as we go into the second half of the year, into 2027. So we're bulking up our portfolio for balance sheet early enough this year to be able to be ahead of the curve for those headwinds. Your household, there has been some pressure points. That has not yet reached the highest level you spoke about, but we anticipate that's not our biggest segment for our bank. So because of the nature of our franchise, the large wholesale clients are growing much faster in the first half of the year. You should see it into SME and individual household into the second half of the year, subject to the challenge. The way we see the growth of the economy, and I just take one point back. If you listen to the governor speaking a couple of years ago, when he introduced a new pricing model of Casonia and then eased up the central bank rates over the last 1 year, the ambition was to drive growth, and his number was double digit. Correct? We believe that in the full year, we will normalize around 16, 18%. But the difference is massive investment for clients on large scalers. So if you think about your securitization programs with infrastructure sector, that is one of the strengths we have. You look at the work we're doing with the telecommunication sector. So generally your large scale wholesale clients are a big architect for growth in the economy. The thing is, we've had a lot of experiences of these climate resilience, climate change patterns. If you remember, there were similar concerns in Mozambique. Yeah. There were similar challenges, massive ones in Malawi just a year ago. And even and those are areas we are very much knowledgeable about as a group. So we are the largest lender for agriculture in this market and across the region. So we have got a lot of data points. My view has always been that clients are investing much earlier to be able to organize towards disruption of their enterprises, organizing their own flows and distribution. And I lived through that crisis in the southern part of the continent, and the clients came out stronger. So we work with large holders. So we are in the tea sector, in the coffee sector, and those are the areas we're in the sugarcane sector. So those areas we believe, because of large scalers, they have huge resilience to build their businesses. But I must agree with you that El Nino has massive consequences for sectors, and especially the impact of credit. But we haven't seen that in ourselves for the last, let's say, 2 cycles from 2021. Absolutely. The most, it's not even the large scalers, Ram, if you ask me, generally in this segment, because agriculture is so centric to the growth of our economies. We need to see more and more of insurance coming into even on smallholders. In reality, the most successful ones have defended themselves against challenges of weather patterns. And so